Welcome, everyone, to week 5 of our Empowered Living and Personal Mastery series. This is Angelina Braxton with Life Support Community Services. I'm the co founder and I am your host. Thank you for joining us for today's Lunch and Learn, where we're going to be talking about building healthy relationships and support networks. Today, we're going to be exploring how to build a healthy relationship, what a healthy relationship looks like, and how to build strong support networks that will help us grow. So I'm glad you're here with me today, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about why relationships matter, why healthy relationships matter. Healthy relationships give you stability, encouragement, and a sense of community. Support networks help you navigate challenges and celebrate your wins so that you can continue thriving. Today's goals are to understand what healthy relationships look like. We're going to talk again about building that support network, and we're going to strengthen our journey together. Healthy relationships aren't difficult to identify. Um, they're typically built on respect, honesty, trust is a major component as well. Uh, and let's not forget communication. Feeling safe, supported, and valued is a good sign of a healthy relationship. Supportive people are going to be key to healthy relationships, and supportive people will display supportive behaviors because at any given time, any one of us can be a supportive person if our behaviors support that. Okay, so supportive people listen without judgment, encourage your goals, and they respect your boundaries. Sometimes you just need um, someone, you might need space. Sometimes you may need a listener. Sometimes you may need someone to give you feedback. You may need a hug, or sometimes you just need someone to be there with you. And it's also important to know over time, challenges with life may negatively impact the dynamic of a relationship, which is why it is important to be aware of the warning signs before a healthy relationship becomes unhealthy and is no longer restorable. So, signs that a relationship may be unhealthy are also obvious. Unhealthy relationships may involve disrespect, pressure, manipulation, or emotional exhaustion. Noticing these signs sooner rather than later helps protect your peace and your safety. Learn how to set boundaries early to avoid unavoidable the avoidable drama, because often in relationships, and that could be in a personal, in a professional, in just mutually beneficial relationships for whatever basis, you may, when the drama hits in hindsight, you may be able to say that was avoidable. So let's plan it. We don't have time to waste going over, making all these unnecessary mistakes. So you just want to set some boundaries early. Let's talk about establishing boundaries. You know what? Let's talk about what a boundary is. Boundaries are limits that can keep you safe, protect your time and your positive energy, and not to mention your emotional well being. Now, it may be necessary to clarify your boundaries. For example, communicate your boundary clearly and calmly. You don't need long explanations, just honesty and respect. For example, I care about you, but I need some space to focus on myself right now. Or, hi, I can't talk right now, blah, blah, blah. Or, I'm not comfortable with that. It's so funny because I really, in the past, I was a people pleaser, had many challenges setting boundaries. And to see these, I can see where many relationships could have not been as challenging if I had have set boundaries. I didn't understand that boundaries are a form of self-respect. It's not disrespect to the other person. It's a boundary for myself to keep me safe. And establishing boundaries will help build and maintain sustainable support networks. So let's talk more about building supportive networks. A support network is basically a group of people who encourage you, help you grow, show up when you need them. You may belong to multiple networks depending on your support needs. So I would just focus on identifying where you need help, if it's with substance, if it's with exercise, if it's with compassionate care, if it's with education or whatever it is. You need to identify the type of support you need and build a network around that. So, for example, some other types of support may be emotional, practical, informational. So, if you're having, it depends on your circumstances and only you know. We have to take control over ourselves and build support around the type of circumstances that we deal with. You have to identify and you have to create a network, you know, that might include family, friends, mentors, coworkers, community members, or support groups. Life Support Community Services goal is to be support, so we're doing the best that we can to provide support to the community. So I think that's something you need to ask yourself. Who is in my network or who needs to be in my network, and build it. Then once you build your network, you need to nurture it. Strengthen your network by staying connected, communicating openly, and showing appreciation. The truth needs no defense. You can say, I'd love to come, but I'm not feeling myself right now, and I need to protect myself. Or, people they are in your network. So you can communicate, you need to be communicating honestly with your network, because how will they know how to show up for you? And the other thing is, how will you owe them something as well. But we're going to talk about that later down the line, but let's talk about more about the network. I wanted to talk about nurturing a network. Some people nurture their network and they're not willing to expand or open their mind and include the people that they may really need in their network. So if you're hanging with the same group of people that you haven't grown with over the last number of seasons, maybe it's time to change or add something different to your network. Diversify it. You can build new connections through community centers, classes, support groups, or volunteer opportunities. There are so many opportunities for you to diversify your network, but it's going to requiring you to do something. Another thing that you're going to have to do is, if you're in need, you're going to have to ask for support. And let me reframe that. You're not going to have to ask for support, but that may be one of the quickest ways to receive support, is to ask for support. Some people will see you're in need and help you. Some people will see you're in need and take advantage of you. But if you're asking for support, it gives you a better opportunity to get what you're looking for. And just so you know, asking for support is a sign of strength. It is not a sign of weakness. In fact, on the contrary, not asking for what you need could be viewed as a sign of weakness, but we're not judging here. So we're not going to say that. But what we are going to say is that asking for the support is definitely a sign of strength. And remember, you do not have to carry everything alone. There are people out there willing to help you. For example, an easy way to ask for support could be, I'm working on something important this week, but it's triggering. Could you check in on me? Or hey, I have to go see my mom and she really triggers me. Could you follow up with me after that? Or could you go with me? I think that we'd be more surprised to find out that more people would be willing to help if we only asked, or if they only knew that we needed the support. And if you're still not comfortable asking a person, guess what? There are some alternative options, like digital support options. You can, there are online screens, communities, apps, and digital spaces where you can find encouragement and connection. You can use Copilot, ChatGPT, or anything else. Text a friend, and then last week I gave many other suggestions if you are in emergency or crisis state to reach out for support. All right. And I think you'll find that there are opportunities. You have to seek, believe, keep the faith every day, because there are people out there providing support for free. The other part of building a network, though, is you might be called to give support. So healthy relationships go both ways. Offering support builds trust and strengthens connections. So a person doesn't always want to be just there, for you to just sound off. They want you, they want some support too. It's like funny. You have that friend that calls you and dumps all their their dirty laundry off with you, and you're like, okay, that's fine. But then you have dirty laundry now, and they say, oh, okay, well, call me back once you get that cleaned. It's like, no, wait, oh, okay, wow. So that network needs to be mutually beneficial. So when you're building that network, you might want to take in consideration whether or not these are people that you want to build the type of relationship with where you're going to be a mutual benefit as well. Now, another thing is protect your peace. Okay? Peace of mind, protect your sanity, protect everything. Not everyone deserves access to your energy and time. Protecting your peace is essential to maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself. And that's the most important relationship that you should be preserving, the one with yourself. If a relationship drains you, disrespects you, or harms your progress, it just may be time to step back. So let's take a moment of reflection. Think of one relationship you want to strengthen. What's one small step you can take in the next week? That's just for your benefit. In closing, I like to say that I think we've established healthy relationships and strong support networks help you grow, heal, and move forward. You deserve connection, respect, and support. You're building something powerful. We're building something powerful. I'm so glad that you're here with me and you are growing with me. This has been week 5 of our Empowered Mastery series, and I am feeling more in control of the person that I am becoming. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for being here. We are Life Support Community Services, where we live in faith every day. And if you need anything, you can reach out to us at help at Life Support Community Services. I'm sorry, lifesupportcommunity.org. And we hope to see you next time. Take care.